Welcome, welcome, all my beautiful signs and souls of the zodiac. Brenda here, Brenda Tarot, and I'm back with part 2, your second but the same cards daily message for today. It went out at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Everybody stepped forward and said to me, Brenda, unfortunately there's no audio on this video. Yesterday I did have some audio issues. I thought I had corrected them prior to putting this out. I usually test before I do that. But for some reason, maybe this retrograde is still kicking my butt. So, and it always happens to me with anything, techie, anything technological, like my phone, like my computer, like my printers. Everything seems to act up. Computers seem to act up for me at this time. So this is the tail end, and I think this is it. So these are the same cards that were laid out yesterday for you. I truly want to thank all of you that stepped forward and said, hey, Brenda, heads up. Guess what? You got no sound. So let's get on with your daily message. So I hope by putting daily message number 2, you're going to realize that it's back out here for you and you'll come back and watch it. So starting off with your all over energy here today, you did come to the edge. So I do believe that you're going to be stepping forward. I liken this card to the leap of faith, to the Fool card. Often we have to step into the abyss, into the black hole of the unknown in order to move forward. And it can be daunting. We can be a little bit apprehensive. But if you prepare yourself to take this leap of faith, there's no problem, because the universe sets you up and the universe is going to give you a soft landing when you go through this. So I do think it's time for you to be brave and courageous and step up and do something that you thought you might not do. And don't regret your move doing this. Some of you could have been planning something. Maybe you're going to open a new business. Maybe you're moving out of the area. Maybe you're going to integrate into a whole new culture and whole new career. Maybe you're just changing things up so that you can have a more interesting future to go towards. So don't be afraid. Go to the edge. Go and take that leap of faith. Don't be afraid, because the universe is giving you this big message today that whatever it is you've been wanting to do for a very long time, step up and don't be afraid to do it. Move forward. Take that chance. Take that, I always tell people, risk or regret. If you sit there waiting and wondering, that's all you're going to be doing. So don't be afraid to go forward today and do something that maybe you thought you would never do. Hey, if it's a matter of stepping up and saying hi to somebody you've had your eye on and wanting to connect, hey, this is the 20th century. Don't be afraid. Go and do it. Life is short, and these past almost 2 years have taught all of us that lesson. We need to do what we want to, we want to do, and what brings us joy and happiness. So go to the edge, my beautiful friends. Jump off and go out there. Be brave. Do what it is that you've always wanted to do. Step up. Now, coming in with your first card here, I always go left to right. You do have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is definitely a fire sign, somebody who could be coming in towards you with some information and some exciting news. Step up again. Don't be afraid to look at all options here. Now, this particular Knight could also be, this fire sign could also be somebody coming in here hot and heavy for a very quick, passionate love affair. Beware, because this particular Knight, he tends to walk in and he tends to want to, come in very quickly, but he has that ability to exit just as fast. So as long as you're willing to take on that challenge, go for it. I do think that there's going to be doors of opportunity presenting themselves to you today for you to take that leap of faith and walk through them. Remember, you hold the keys in your pocket to your personal happiness and all those doors of opportunity that could be presenting themselves to you today. Now, something very quick could be showing and surfacing today, and it may be in the form of you having to act on something ASAP, such as signing a document, such as signing an agreement to something, correspondence of some sort, and it could be legal documentation as well. Read between the lines. It's okay. You need to do this. It's almost like you need to act on this. It's almost like an emergency that you need to do it ASAP. Now, the other thing here is you could be traveling for business. You may have to pack your bag soon and say, oh, this is unexpected. Now that travel is opened up and I'm ready to go, I have to get on the bandwagon here and go and travel for something that could be very important for your job. Now, some of you could be going the distance for your job. Maybe you've relocated and maybe you're moving to a different district where you're going to be working out of the area that you're living in now. Now moving on, and remember I read my cards intuitively as well as the card representation. Now coming in, your next card is a very profound message that things are going to work out and they're getting better for you. I think you may have been feeling as though in the past you were taking on a lot of work, more work than really you should have been doing. Maybe, people take advantage, they throw everything at you, they know you're a multitasker, oh well, he or she's going to get it done. But there comes a time where you realize it's not my burden, it's not my monkeys, it's not my battle, it's not my job. And you may have just decided to get rid of those burdens and lighten your load. But it could have been something as simple as allocating other work to other people, organizing yourself, making out your to-do list, making out your priority list. All of these things as you tick them off is going to lighten your load and make this part of your journey as you traverse through this territory much easier. Now, for some of you, you could have been in a one-sided relationship where you were doing all the investing into it and you decided this isn't for me anymore. I'm walking. I'm going in my own direction here. I don't want to carry this load anymore. So you've lightened your load again. So whatever this pertains to, whether it's in the material and the career part of your life, whether it's in your personal part of your life and relationships, I do think you've decided that you are not taking that burden on anymore. You've completed something. You pushed through, you felt at times you were pushing dead weight or pulling dead weight uphill. However, you made it to the top of the hill, you made it to the summit, and now you're coming down at a much easier pace. It's always easier to come down over that summit and know that the reason is because you took responsibility to say, hey, I don't need to carry this load anymore. I'm done. Now coming in with your next card is the Five of Swords, and fives usually represent challenges and opposition and things that we need to step up and try to successfully smooth over. And fives generally do give us the options here, how we can create that resolution. I think some of you may realize that you have to weigh the risks here if you're deciding to go into battle mode or debate mode. If somebody's pushing you to this point, you may end up winning the battle but losing. You may win the war but lose the battle, because when we go into battle mode, we realize there are risks and there's going to be consequences. So be careful weigh your words today. Be careful with how you speak. Be creative that way. Remember, words and our speech are things we can't take back. So don't risk and then regret by blurting out in the heat of the moment something that later on you're going to wish you could take back. And it's okay to apologize, but they're never going to forget how we made them feel when we spoke it or we did it. Now, if some of you again are dealing with a legal issue where you're dealing with opposition, I think you're going to win. But at the end of the day, you're going to shake your head and you're going to say, why did it have to come to this? Why couldn't we be more amicable? Why couldn't have this been compatible? Why couldn't we have done this in a peaceful manner, a civil manner? So today I'm just going to say, weigh your options here, the risks involved. Is it worth the risk going into battle mode with somebody or opposing energy today? You might be mentally exhausted. You might have pushed yourself very hard here, climbing that mountain and going over the other side, realizing that you needed to walk away from and let go of some of the burdens you were carrying. And, it might have been a relationship issue. She's there, she's healing her heart, but there's lights attached to that string, and she's going to be able, and all the lights around her, these are almost like little stars saying, you need to get your rest. See the light, open your eyes and realize that maybe you've pushed yourself a little past your limit today. Don't take on more than you can handle and get your rest. This also speaks of insomnia. Maybe some of you are not sleeping well. You might need to have that addressed and looked at in a professional way. So many people, and my husband just found out he has intense sleep apnea, so it's a major adjustment having to wear that mask every night. But I'm telling you, eventually, once he settles into it, he will be able to sleep soundly, because it is definitely going to help him. So look for your resources here, get your rest, be careful, make sure the risk is worth getting into battle mode. I think you've come to the conclusion you're letting go of burdens that you didn't need to take on, and you've got opportunities stepping in here. So Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith today to go towards what it is you truly desire and want. Well, my beautiful signs and souls of the zodiac, this is your reading for today, your daily message part due, number 2. Thank you so much for letting me know that the audio wasn't working. And let's all continue to play safe, stay safe, and be safe. Always know that I stand in that circle of love and light for you. Many blessings and much love. See you soon.